Hi everybody, welcome into this week's CBS Fix. As always, I hope you had a wonderful week. In this week's Parashas Yisro, we learn about one of the first converts to Torah Judaism. And that person was Yisro. He is Moshe Rabbeinu's father-in-law. And the Torah starts off by telling him, Vayishma Yisro Chosei Moshe Es Kol Advar Masher Asa Hashem, that Moshe's father-in-law heard everything that Hashem had done for them. So our sages quote, and Rashi brings us down as well, what exactly did he hear that made him come? Mashmo Shama Uba. What did he hear and that he came? Now Rashi is not just asking what did he hear. Rashi wants to know what did he hear that thereby made him come. And Rashi is also bothered by the fact that we have an open verse in last week's parsha that said all the nations of the world heard and they trembled. So Yisro heard, but everybody heard. So what was different about Yisro than everybody else? So it's brought down that Yisro heard the exact same thing that everybody else heard. What he heard was no different. Rashi tells us that he heard Melchamas Amalek and Kriyas Yamsuf, the battle between the Jewish people and the people of Amalek, who are our arch-rival enemy for forever, and also the fact that the sea split. Everybody heard that, and those are two incredible miracles. So why was Yisro different? Yisro was different in the fact that he actually came. He actually did something about it. And what was incredible about that is Yisro wasn't just a nobody. He had nothing going on for him in Midian. He was the Kohen in Midian. He was the king of that province. He picked himself up from a wealthy, illustrious life, and left there to go and join the Jewish people. But what did he do? He heard something and he decided to make an instant change to his life. Which means many people hear something and they're overawed and they're overwhelmed and they want to change, but they don't. And they wanted to, but something held them back. That slight little delay, already the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, started telling them, you don't have to, you're not on that level, you're not really ready, it's not something that you can do, you can't afford it, all the different things that happened. But Yisro was two things. He was a Shama and he was Ba at the same time. He heard, he got up, he made an instant decision. That's what we have to do. If we get inspired by something, we immediately have to react. We have a Chazal tells us an expression, mitzvah baliyotcha al tachmitzana. If a mitzvah comes to your hand, don't delay, don't push it off, don't allow it to become chametz. And we're learning from over here that if you even have a hisorus, like we say in Hebrew, which means in an awakening, you're bestirred to do something, act on that as well. If you hear a good speech about something, you should do that. I heard from Rabbi Avigdor Miller of blessed memory. Somebody asked him once, sometimes we hear a good schmooze or a good overwhelming piece of information, how we can change our lives. We hear it, we get excited about it for a few days, and then it fizzles out. What can we do? So he advised that you should make a career out of that advice right away. And if you do that, it becomes part of you. So Yisro heard, and he came right away. God willing, by all of us, myself included, have a wonderful Shabbos. Talk to you next week. Thanks for listening.